Sure and begorn and at top of the morning to you. We're going to make us some Irish bread today because it's that time of year when everybody in America seems to be Irish because St. Patrick's Day is upon us. So we're going to show you how to make a simple Irish soda bread. Moist and delicious. And what we're going to do, what we've got here right now is we've got 6 cups of flour. And just regular all-purpose flour. And to that flour, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to add 3 teaspoons, or 1 tablespoon, but we'll just say teaspoon, that's what we got out, of baking powder. Going to add a teaspoon and about a half salt. We're going to add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. And now, we're going to add a pound of raisins. Now, as everything in the country gets bigger, some things get smaller. And now a pound box of raisins happens to be 12 ounces. So we're going to add the 12 ounces, and that's all you really need. But we'll add a little more just to top it off because we have it. If I can, I'm fighting with the raisins. Whoa! They're everywhere, but we got most of them in. Now we'll add a little more. And no, I haven't hit the Guinness yet. That's about a pound of raisins. Now we're going to mix up all those dry ingredients. What we also do is we've also got 2 pie dishes, or cake dishes I should say, that we're going to use for this mixture because this will make 2 breads. Okay, we've got all the dry ingredients together. Throw some of those loose raisins in. One thing too, which is optional for you, is caraway seeds. This calls for about 1/8 of a cup of caraway seeds. I prefer caraway seeds. If you don't like them, you don't have to use it. They go in mine. And we'll mix them in. Then what we're going to add is 1/4 of buttermilk. That's about right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the hands come into play in a second. We'll mix it together a little, but we'll probably end up having to use our hands. And once this is all mixed, we're going to put it into these cake dishes. We've got the oven preheated to 350. It'll take, I suggest checking it after about 45 minutes at 350. All you have to do is stick a little toothpick in there and see if it's coming out moist or dry. But once the top is nice and brown and golden brown, it's time to get it out. So it's usually, depending on your oven, anywhere between 45 and 55 minutes. Better to take it out a little early if it's not showing anything in there, to have it good and moist. Now this goes great with a nice corned beef dinner on St. Patrick's Day. And of course everyone is probably aware that corned beef dinner originated in the United States, not in Ireland. Corned beef dinner came about in New York City when the Irish came over and they couldn't afford a lot of the meats, and they bought the corned beef to replace a lot of the Irish bacon. And that's how the corned beef craze happened in the United States. If you're over in Ireland right now, they're probably eating lamb or a lamb stew for St. Patrick's Day. And again, they're probably drinking themselves to death today with nothing but Guinness and Jameson. And if you're going to go out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day, please don't get green beer. If you want a colored beer, drink Guinness. Drink the real thing. Don't get something with food coloring in it. Alright, we've got that pretty well mixed, almost. Now it's time to go in with the hands to make sure we completely have it mixed in there. That always makes sure your mix-in is good. Oh, our oven's ready. So are we. We're going to take that and divide it up into the two pans. Pans are already greased and floured. Try and get it nice and even. Now all the hands will be sticky for the next hour, or until we wash them. We'll scoop the rest out with our spatula. Got them in there. All we're going to do is take a knife, a little crisscross in there. Slide them in the oven, and we'll show you how good they look when we come back. So we're back. The bread's out of the oven. All we do is just kind of turn them over and put them onto a cooling sheet here. Let them cool until they're, well, how about if we let them cool till they're cool? And then they're ready to dig into. You can even cut them while they're hot. These are great, like I said, with dinner. They're also fantastic afterwards during the week to cut into slices and toast them. Now, remember, don't drink the green beer. It's St. Patrick. Get yourself a Guinness. Enjoy.
I was raised on black and tans. Well, Ronnie Drew and Van the Man. I go off to Mass on Sunday, and then it's back